I'm Anisha. I am 37 years old and I was diagnosed with stage 1 breast cancer back in February this year. I had been really good about doing my self-examinations because there was history of breast cancer in my family. I'd lost my mother to breast cancer, I lost my grandmom to breast cancer, and my father is a doctor. So there's just hyper awareness about breast cancer and the importance of doing self-examinations. I know from my family's personal history that catching cancer early is extremely critical to your outcome with the disease. And since I'd been doing my breast examinations every month, I just had a good idea of what my breasts look like normally. So I did my self-examination and I noticed a dimple on my breast. I knew right away that something was wrong because that dimple wasn't there before. So any changes that you notice in the appearance of your breast are extremely critical outside of just feeling lumps, because you know something has changed and it's better to get it looked at right away. So I tried to get an appointment with my regular doctor, but the wait list was 1.5 months, and I knew I had to get it looked at right away. I literally just Googled for private breast ultrasound clinics in San Francisco, and I found your clinic, eWellness, and I saw that I could get an appointment online. I did not need a referral. I could walk in the same day. And so that's what I did. And that's how I got my ultrasound and my diagnosis. And I got the results within an hour. The radiologist called me and let me know that I had to get my breast biopsied ASAP, which is the most important thing. Since my diagnosis, again, I was incredibly fortunate that this cancer was detected early, and I was doing my self-examinations and I had access to your clinic. So my treatment lasted about 2.5 to 3 months between the surgery and the recovery from the surgery and the radiation treatment. For cancers that are discovered in later stages, that treatment is much longer and much more intensive. So from that perspective, I was incredibly fortunate. And I've been doing well since. I've had my 6-month follow-up, for which I again came to your clinic and I got a clear there. But the plan now is to continue to screen every 6 months with a mammogram, ultrasound, MRI to make sure that nothing else pops up. You have to advocate for your own health because nobody else is going to. And so, yeah, like you said, you're the CEO of your own health, and it's better to know. Trust me, it's better to know. I know a lot of women, and I've done this in the past, let other priorities in their life take over. And so, especially during COVID, a lot of us, haven't had our annual mammograms or health checkups. And so it's all about prioritizing yourself and prioritizing your health, because that's the key to everything. And once you prioritize that and take care of it, you can take care of all the other areas of your life. So yeah, you absolutely have to take charge of your own health. We all know that AI is the transformative technology of our generation, and it's being put to a lot of great use cases in technology in all industries, but it's great to see that it's also being used in medical science to save lives. And the fact that the ultrasound here is powered by AI also makes me feel really good that when I come here and I get an ultrasound or a screen done, I can be confident about the results. And while there might be additional screening steps still to be taken based on the doctor's recommendation, that peace of mind is everything. And I do believe that AI can really help democratize healthcare outcomes for women. And the fact that you're using it makes it extremely state of art, and you want that when it comes to your health and your outcomes with your health. So to the younger women, I want to let them know that cancer can happen to anyone at any age. It does not discriminate. And unfortunately, it is happening more frequently in younger age groups. So having that baseline of what your breasts feel like is the first step in advocating for your breast health and in being self-aware. So I would just tell all young women to know what their breasts feel like, and they can do that by way of self-examination. They can find YouTube videos or go to a physician and understand how they can do their own self-exams. And once they know that baseline, they'll be able to detect any changes that happen. And once you do notice a change, whether that's a lump or a change in the physical appearance of your breast, get an ultrasound. I think a big part of that is that women should talk about these things. You know, it was spoken about in my family because I had family members who were impacted, but it is not something I discuss with my friends. You know, it's not something that is widely discussed in the workspace outside of just October being Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We should talk about it as women and encourage each other to be proactive with our own health and prioritize our own health. So I feel like if women talk more and talk about their experiences getting ultrasounds or mammograms or doing their self-examinations, then more women will be aware, and you know, it might help save somebody's life. I do. And when I got the ultrasound here, the report clearly stated that I have really dense breasts, which is why most doctors will tell you that a mammogram is just not enough. You need to supplement a mammogram with an ultrasound. But in my case, the ultrasound itself showed a suspicion for cancer. And so I had to get the mammogram and all the other tests done later. But for women who go for their annual mammogram, they should know that if they have dense breasts, then an ultrasound is an incredibly useful additional screening tool. And when it comes to the technology of the ultrasound that you have, I want to call out that the size of the tumor that it detected was the same as what came up in an MRI, but every other mammogram and ultrasound was off. And once I had the surgery and they did the post-surgical analysis, the tests on the cancer, the size of the tumor was the same as what had been called out in the ultrasound. So that's a testament to the technology that you have and how advanced it is. Yeah, I mean, I said this earlier, but the fact that I could get an appointment the same day was so incredible in a system where you have to wait for months, weeks and months to get screened for anything. So I walked in here, and it is very unlike a traditional breast clinic. The atmosphere was very inviting, the people here were very warm, and the procedure itself was very quick. And obviously I've been through several mammograms and ultrasounds and other tests since then. So this ultrasound that I got here has been unlike any of those. And there was no pain involved. It was super quick.